Buddy, it's Anthony from Max Liberty. I got a news update. We know one of their tricks, the elite, is while we're distracted by something else, they go and do something significant. There's a chance that while we're all distracted by this election, 30 days, right? Seems like a big story. Trump versus Hillary. You know what? They're trying to get World War III started. Well, while everyone's caught up in this election. This is an article from today. And I have two articles that we're going to look at. This one and this one. They're all connected. They're also connected with the video I did yesterday. But there is a difference between this article and this one. I wonder, it's a very subtle difference. I wonder if any of you can figure out what it is. It's a pet peeve. Personally, it's a pet peeve. And I'll even tell you which article does it. This one's doing it. It's the mirror.co.uk. Okay, it's an article from today, October 6th. Russian army bosses have warned that their anti-aircraft weapons radius may be a surprise to unidentified planes. Like I said yesterday, they're warning the U.S., don't F with us here while we're putting ISIS to sleep. Okay? U.S. already struck them a month ago, killed 80 Syrians. They're saying, Russia's saying, don't target a Syrian target here. We got troops on the ground. We're deploying aid in Aleppo. If you target anybody, you're putting Russian troops at risk. And there will be consequences. Okay? So we're just here's a video of their Russians' new anti-aircraft missile system. They call the S-300s and S-400s. Russia has ordered the U.S. not to carry out airstrikes on Syrian army positions, warning that sophisticated air defense systems are now up and running, by the way. Putin has ordered deployment of S-300, S-400s. The Russian army bosses have warned that the radius of these weapons may come as a surprise to unannounced drones, helicopters, planes. Russia says it has deployed the anti-aircraft batteries because of members of the they're delivering aid. Okay, Russians are going to be delivering aid. Technically, it's members of the Russian Reconciliation Center in Syria are working on the ground delivering aid. The Russian Defense Minister spokesperson, General Igor Koshenenkov, spokesman. They write spokesperson in this article. Yeah, we can't say spokesman, just like that Kane. Or yeah, that's his name, Kane. Hillary's running mate. Okay, but you see, it says it right here. The spokesperson. You know what? We're not afraid to call a man around here. Spokesman General Igor Koshenenkov. Therefore, any missile strikes on the territory controlled by the Syrian government will create a clear threat to Russian servicemen. Russian air defense systems crews are unlikely to have time to determine the exact flight paths. You know what? Forget about that. Forget about that. General Koshenenkov also said that Syria's own defense systems, they've been upgraded in recent months. The statement came soon after what Russia called leaks. This is important. Leaks. Suggesting Washington is considering airstrikes. Possibly WikiLeaks. Yep, Assange could be telling Putin ahead of time what the enemy's doing, what the enemy's planning. Using the techno-state against them, Assange is using the elite's own tools against them. Possibly leaking information here to Putin. They're thinking of attacking you. Like I was saying yesterday, this sheds more light on what's going on. Oh yeah, General Koshenenkov added, of particular concern is information that the initiators of such provocations are representatives of the CIA and the Pentagon. Who who in September reported to the president on the alleged controllability of, you know what, forget that. Coalition forces bombed Syrian, this is important, government positions last month, killing 83 servicemen. Washington said the strike was a mistake. Damascus called it blatant aggression. Yep, last time was a mistake. Like I said yesterday, or like I tried to say yesterday, until I pulled a Hillary coughing fit. Putin is saying, look, last time was a mistake. Okay, no more mistakes. Any targeting will put Russian servicemen at risk, and it's going to have tectonic consequences. In fact, we have the firepower, and we'll shoot you right out of the sky as soon as we see you coming. Okay? Now, like I said yesterday, we have ISIS cornered. Vladimir Putin has cornered ISIS, and Assad have. What on earth is the US going to do? They're going to try to start World War III. I'm beginning to suspect, before the election. We spent all this time and energy on focusing on Hillary, making sure Trump gets it. There may be no election even in the cards. It may be a ruse. They may have something up their sleeve here. Well, I mean, what are they going to do? Another mistake? No. Russia's concerned that they're going to directly attack. Anyway, this is the other article. Assad offers rebels amnesty. And by the way, like I said yesterday, they are concerned that they're going to attack. So concerned they're doing crazy nuclear drills. They're taking this very seriously. While the West is sleepwalking towards a World War III. Unprepared. We're in no position to start a conflict with Russia, let alone their ally Syria. China also said they're on Syria's side. Rebels held up in Aleppo can leave with their families if they lay down their arms. President Bashar al-Assad said on Thursday, which is today, vowing to press on with the assault of Syria's largest city, Aleppo, and recapture full control of the country. Okay, here we go again with the coughing. I'm pulling a Hillary. The offer of amnesty follows too quick. The truth is, I have a little cold or something. It's starting to get cold up here in Canada. The offer of amnesty follows 2 weeks of the heaviest bombardment of the 5.5 Civil War. You know, Max Liberty doesn't like calling this a civil war. This is an attack on a sovereign nation outside of international law by the US, by NATO, by quote-unquote coalition troops and rebels, and ISIS. It's the heaviest bombardment, which has killed hundreds of people. Fighters have accepted similar government amnesties offers before, notably in Daria. What's interesting here, excuse me, the rebels said, oh no, this is impossible. It's impossible for rebel groups to leave Aleppo because this would be a trick by the regime. A spokesperson, a Turkish spokesperson said, representing Fatah Kim, a group which is present in Aleppo, a group probably associated with rebels and ISIS. The bad guys. The bad guys are saying, no, we can't leave. No, that's impossible. Okay? It would be a trick. Aleppo's not like other areas. It's not possible for them to surrender. Washington was also skeptical of the government motives. For them to suggest that somehow they're now looking out for the interest of civilians is outrageous. White House spokesweasel Josh Earnest said, citing the heavy civilian toll from airstrikes and bombardment. on ISIS. They hit a hospital, 10 injured. Oh my God. After we've been hitting hospitals all year, the US, NATO, the coalition forces. I'm just so fed up. It's way too much, too much. Okay? So Washington it's a trick. It's a trick to get his own country back. You don't want to get killed? Give up, okay? Otherwise, save all of this. Oh, the humanity. What's Assad doing? Obviously it's propaganda. So those are the two articles. Did you notice a difference between them? My pet peeve. I'll put links to them both. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll let you take a look at them. And but just comment if you have a suspicion. I'll do this one again. In what I'm reading, it's here, the pet peeve. Russian army bosses have warned that their anti-aircraft weapons radius may be a surprise to unidentified planes, helicopters, drones in the area. And that last article, by the way, is a Reuters. It's from today, October 6th. This is a mir.co.uk, which I mentioned before. And it's quite a big headline. I don't know why you don't see this all over the news. We got to go to the UK to get news that Russia appears very serious about conflict with the West. They're not scared to shoot down coalition jets. We will shoot down Russian warplanes. Fairly big headline. You know what? I'm going to show you. Look, I'm going to give you another hint. It's right here. Russian army bosses have warned that this is blah, 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 blah. Russia has ordered the U.S. not to carry out airstrikes on Syrian army positions. Yeah, look, we're dealing with ISIS. You had a mistake last time. You fuck with us this time. You're going to, we're going to hit you. We're going to start hitting back. Okay, we got the new missile systems, the S-300s and 400s, whose radius may surprise you. You come wandering down where you're not supposed to be, coming to do another accident. We suspect there's going to be another accident. We're not going to wait till we start losing troops. We'll shoot you down. We'll shoot down U.S. warplanes. I don't know if he's ever said this before. It's just like I said yesterday. Oh, he's paranoid Putin. Oh, sure, you'll shoot us. Sure, yeah. What's wrong anyway with creating ISIS? And when Assad tries to get his country back, that we have accidents and we help ISIS. What's wrong with ISIS? God, everything's fine. The U.S. is the best nation in the world. Everything's great. So paranoid. Yeah, we're sleepwalking into a conflict with Russia. There's a 50-50 chance this election in the U.S. will even take place. So, did anyone see? I'm just gonna tell you, okay? Actually, I'm not going to. I want to see if anyone gets it. Okay, Russia's ordered. Putin has ordered the deployment. I'll tell you what it is. When did this happen? Russia has ordered the U.S. not to carry out airstrikes on Syrian army positions. Putin has ordered the deployment of this and that. When, for fuck's sake? It's a pet peeve, okay? Look, it's right here. This is a good, well-written article. I want to be able to give you guys the whole story. I want to know when things happen. Who, where, what, why. Rebels holed up in Aleppo can leave with their families if they lay down their arms. President Bashar al-Assad said on Thursday, this one, they just throw it out there. Russia's ordered the U.S. not to carry out airstrikes on Syrian army positions. When? Did it happen today? Obviously it's a pet peeve of mine. Anyway, thank you guys. There's your news update. What can be said? Thank you, other than what I've already said. Now we're getting long-winded. Thanks, guys. Anthony, Max Liberty. I'll be keeping an eye on this story.